right, all right, all right. What the hell is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Oh my god, you're playing TOS. Spirit has just realized that Clem is playing Protoss. That's right, guys. We are here. It's the semi-finals of the $3,000 dumpster cup. In the top right, Clem says, oh, we can remake. All right. Spirit says, oh, I just wanted to play greedy anyway, so no worries. Clem's going to come in with the probe, and Spirit playing a barracks gas opening. Dude, this is so fun. I really was like, man, I don't know if I want to cast Clem playing a TvT with Spirit. Well, no, I wanted to cast it. But I was like, it could be, you know, it'll be a good series, but probably won't be YouTube worthy. You know, people are like, yeah, TvT, yeah, we'll see what happens. It might have turned into a banger. There's a chance. But now, Clem playing Protoss. We've heard that he recently beat Serral 2 games on the ladder in PvZ. He's been playing Protoss. Obviously, he almost beat Gumiho in the finals of Home Story Cup playing PvT. Clem's Protoss is just insanely good. He's playing, and I gotta say, I don't know if it's the same as me, but for me, ever since they added energy recharge, like, I am vibing with Protoss so much at the moment. I'm having so much fun maining Protoss right now on the ladder. So I reckon he's probably having the same feeling that I am, where, like, there's so many situations where you used to just die, and now you just warp in a sentry and force field shit off, and, you know, you warp in a storm. There's so many situations where I just feel like I have so much more, I guess, agency as a player, and ability to survive getting caught off guard in a way that's way more interesting and fun to use than the battery overcharge. I sucked at using battery overcharge. I was so bad at it. So maybe Clem's the same as an aggressively minded player. Didn't really enjoy the battery overcharge, whereas energy recharge is just so fun to use. So who knows where the balance ends up, but right now it's just fun to, like, explore an ability that just allows all of those units, like sentries, just weren't getting that much use. Oracle was obviously very used in PvZ, but not much in PvT. That's kind of made its way back into the meta. And there's some cool stuff going on. Now, unfortunately for Clem, he does play like Max Packs, which is the least usage of energy recharge you can possibly do. One of the big mistakes which lost him that finals is when he does 2-gate blink robo, he doesn't make a sentry, which means he can't scout what his opponent's up to. Now, when he does this sort of pressure, I think it's fine because he sees exactly what's happening anyway. And by denying that command, and it goes, Spirit still hasn't started the depot. Oh no, he only just started it. Dude, Spirit's getting ravaged right now. Remember, guys, this is prime tournament time for Clem. A lot of these other Euros that have stayed up late tonight, it's past 1 a.m. now for them. It's going to be a little tough adjusting, whereas for Clem, he's like, dude, I play tournaments at this time always. I'm up all night, every night. 6 a.m. is basically the middle of the afternoon for me. It's if you want Clem to play a tournament at like midday or 1 p.m. in the afternoon, 2 p.m., that's when it's rough. That's when he's normally sleeping, right? But 6 a.m. is kind of like late evening. He's totally happy to play then. And he might have just won this game, literally with like a Zealot Stalker, a Depth Pressure. Pretty basic opening. Already 4 Marines, a Hellion, and an SCV. Spirit's going to have to tighten things up in the next game, man. This is actually game-ending damage. He's got 3-gate Robo. Actually, is he going 4-gate? Oh, he's going 4-gate Blink behind it as well. Spirit taps out. Clem just trounces Spirit in game 1. All right, guys. We got Clem in the top right side of the map. Amazing game 1. We're going to Talisman. Which Talisman? I so weird because, like, I grew up saying that word wrong for like my whole childhood, and I never say it anymore. So I've just Googled how to say it properly, and I've already forgotten. Talisman. I think that's right. Talisman. Anyways, we'll give it a go. I can always just fall back on my Australian excuse. Apparently, got told sushi. Because normally I'm like, oh, sushi, let's get some sushi. People are like, it's sushi. And I was like, mate, I'm not Japanese. I'm Aussie. I say sushi. Like, if it doesn't sound like you've got a friggin' blocked nose and you're butchering words, are you truly speaking Australian? I don't think so. And then I did realize, like, it does sound kind of weird. Sushi? Anyways, just the nature of being someone who says words wrong. It's good fun. Marine's going to come forward. Wait, what? Why are these rocks already damaged? Oh, do these rocks die on their own as well? Are these rocks, like, degrading? Because they're... Interesting. Starting to break these rocks so that he can get out to his third base, his Spirit. Oh, you've got a gold base here. You got 4 gold minerals, 4 blue. So you got a hybrid third base here. I don't think there's any worker-only paths on this map. Actually... There is a little opening there, maybe? I'm not sure if you can get through. Maybe workers can squeeze through that already, but nothing else can? Ah, So you might be able to run a probe in and actually build a pylon in the back of the Terran's base on this map. Because these are some experimental maps here in the dumpster cut. These rocks start at 50%, chat says. Okay, very cool, very cool. Uh-oh, Adept's going to be in problem. Oh! Apparently there's a little blue path with some electric fences. That is actually a worker-only path, chat's telling me. Right now, trying to fight out front. Spirit's got to be careful. Normally you want to fall back to the ramp. He's really trying to bully these Adepts away right now. And they are going to try to shade past the probe inside the base. Dude, the probe inside the base comes in. Oh, that's the worker path. Oh, right there. So the only workers can move through there. No other unit can get through that gap. So you can sneak a probe in the back door to scout them if they don't wall off the top of that. Hellion Marine in the middle of the map. He's going to take out both Adepts. Nice catch for Spirit. Gets a bit of revenge, but no, only gets one of them. Good turnaround here for Clem. Using the shade to spot and should be able to pick off one or two more Marines, but good cancel on the shade. Good hiding in the grass there for Spirit as he goes for a medevac, Marine, and the second barracks is on the way. Now, a second and third gateway are up, and it's going to be a third and fourth gateway. So 4-gate blink here for Clem, 2 games in a row, and we'll see how well he does with that. He's up 8 probes right now, which is pretty standard. Third gas starts, and he should be building a pylon now as well. Look at the timing on his build. Clem is so picture perfect with this build order. This is awesome. We were saying losing that series to Gumiho, if Clem did some 4-gate blink or did a sentry hallucinate scout, those are the 2 easy ways to avoid pretty much all of his losses to Gumiho were based off of early game damage catching him off guard. And if he'd just simply been blind playing 4-gate blink, which is really aggressive, or doing that, it would have absolutely changed the flow of everything. This map's beautiful, by the way. I'm really liking it. Oh, look, there's little fish in these little ponds as well. Little fish ponds. Some little purple fish there. Very cool. Look at this. Stalker's waiting for him. Gonna go around the top. Gonna go over this beach. There's some more fish out there in the deeper water, as well as some seashells on the shore. She sells seashells by the seashore. She sells widow mines by the seashore as well. Clem's main base wide open. Clem is chilling. Or Spirit, sorry, is chilling. He's waiting with the mine drop. He's gonna have 2 bunkers and a tank, but he needs tanks in the main base. I'm shocked that he's going tank and double bunker on the front. I feel like he should be really reinforcing that main, but I guess he'll just move up if he needs to. What? Oh my god, Clem! Okay, well that's a bit of a doo-doo there. The Widow Mine drop came in, so he pulls back the Stalkers, but he loses the Prism. Only 1 probe going down so far. Good multitasking on dealing with the mine drop though. So as much as he does take a fair bit of damage, Stalkers in the main and the natural going to try and deal with this. He's got an observer, so he doesn't need to actually sacrifice anything. And as he cleans that up, he can go back to harassing the front, but he can't get into the main unless he sends a probe up for high ground vision. Or warps in a sentry for hallucinate. He could hallucinate a Phoenix, and that's one thing he could do as well. Now, looks like 1 tank died. How many Stalkers died? 1 Stalker, 1 Warp Prism. That blink was kind of crazy, but I guess it just shows the tank was maybe a centimeter too far forward, you know, just 1 space too far forward. Maybe you should put it just slightly further back, but Stalkers did at least take a fair bit of bruising. No 3rd command center just yet. It's 4th and 5th barracks. Spirit is just going to do a 2-base all in. Clem's been pretty good at defending these historically. He does have a forge coming up. He's going to go 8-gate, and then he'll build a sentry and an immortal normally while going for Robo Bay. Actually, does he always build the immortal? MaxPax pretty much always does, but I know Clem sometimes skips it. Oh, he blinks in. He's going to take out a Tech Lab, but Concussive just finished, so it's not too... Actually, no, it didn't. It did get cancelled. He cancels Concussive, and that tank shelling does take out 1 more Stalker, damages the rest of them. Bio's going to stim after him, but the Observer sees it coming, and the Stalkers are happy to just pick off a Marine or Marauder. They get a Marine, damage a Marauder, looking for the medevac. Oh, he stims to save the medevac. But look at this micro. Clem's Stalker micro is insane, because he does a mixture of stutter step and blinking back. And that's the difference between him and most Protoss players. Him and MaxPax actually will stutter step and blink back weak Stalkers while keeping up macro, often in 2 places at once. You really need to try and surprise him, catch him off guard, or he's going to cause you so many issues. 3 tanks, mass bio, pushing through the middle. +1 weapons is almost done. Concussive did not get restarted. That is a mistake. He needs to restart Concussive, but he's forgotten to. He's only building 1 Marauder and a bunch of Marines at a time. In fact, he's only building 6 Marines at a time. No Concussive is going to hurt, as well as the lack of Marauders reinforcing. Sentries are ready with force fields. Let's see what they can achieve. How good is he with the quick pickups? Marine Marauder. A single Marine does go down. 1 tank sieges, 2nd tank sieges, 3rd tank sieges. He's in the natural right now. Zealot's coming in from that bottom left side. bio SCVs. The bio ball is together. The Stalkers come forward. The tanks are going to get focused down for the most part. Yes, he gets all of them, but all the Stalkers go down. The Zealots fighting into a big ball of bio. SCVs are killing the Robo. And Clem, unable to hang on. Spirit fights aggression with aggression of his own. A big 2-base push ties up the series. All right. Game 3. The pressure's on now, but Clem never backs out of picking Protoss once he's locked it in at the start. From what I've seen, if once he goes Protoss, he sticks with it. Just because he's losing doesn't make him back out of it. Now, I do think he had a good sentry count, but probably too many sentries. I would have liked to see him engage that push further out, force field it to lock it off, and be Zealot counterattacking. I really feel against those sort of pushes, basically just trying to bait as many stims out of Spirit as possible, being a little bit more active with the counterattacks could be nice. And obviously rebuilding the Prism to do a Zealot drop would have made it much harder for Spirit to engage as clean and calm as he did. Might have got a few more mistakes out of him. But it is what it is. Clem is going for a proxy. I think the SCV saw this though, didn't it? Didn't the SCV and the probe just went right past each other? He's going to go gate, gas, proxy, second gate. Spirit? Build your command center on the high ground. Let's go to Spirit's vision and see. Is he eBay? Oh, he's eBay blocking. Which is pointless because he's not going to build a Nexus anyway. So both guys weren't paying attention, perhaps? I don't think they realized. I don't think so, man. Chat says Proxy Robo. Unfortunately, never at this level of play. He's going to go for a Cybercore, a Zealot, and then an Adept out of this gateway, and he'll Chrono Stalkers out of that one. And behind this, he's going to see, of course, a Marine. And we will see a very quick factory for Spirit coming up next before Command Center, which is what you do with an Engineering Bay block. Does look kind of like a normal build at home. So I do, yeah, Spirit doesn't seem to realize there's a proxy gate. Oh no, they walked right past each other over here, guys. They walked right past each other. Oof. Clem's toss is very vulnerable to timing attacks. Backwards versus Gumiho. Well, it's funny because, like I said, like you can handle the really fast ones if you just go 4-gate blink, which is what he's been doing in this series. Problem, if it's a 2-base push, right, a bit of a later one, then yeah, it takes a bit more. If you get a Colossus out, you can shave that thing down, but Spirit with a really nice push. Now, Clem's coming down, trying to secure his expansion. He's making Stalkers from both sides, interestingly enough, but I guess that's because there is now a bunker on the high ground. Problem is, bunker before Command Center really slows you down, doesn't it? So, I mean, Spirit needs to get that Command Center started on that high ground as soon as possible. Obviously, cancel the eBay, get some money back. Command Center has already started. He cancels at the very last second. And Command Center and Nexus at the same time. Marine gets finished, and he should be fine. You got a bunker, you got a factory here, second barracks goes down. Spirit seems to be building up towards a potential massive 2-base push. Now, from this position for Clem, one of the most important things for here is just chrono units and to make a sentry. If you can get an early sentry out, you can make it hard for Spirit to move down the ramp, force him to get a tank or something on the high ground. And you can also then spread a Stalker or two to intercept any medevacs that move out. And it's a little dangerous, but, you know, you kind of have to hang out here. The Adept spotting the high ground there. You can see whenever the Shade's active, the Stalkers can do some really nice damage. Just chipping away at the depot. And, of course, he should try to target the SCV as well. Clem, a little slow to micro there. And the Adept's actually going to shade into the base because the depot did not raise. Sees the second barracks. Second gas goes down as well. Spirit looking to start a third barracks. He already had an SCV there. So 3 barracks factory, no secrets, man. Not raising the depot is a bizarre decision. Battery overcharge no longer exists. For those asking in the chat, has been removed from the game. Energy recharge has replaced it. Once a minute, you can recharge 100 energy on any of your Protoss units near a Nexus. Very powerful. Tank getting some good shots off. Marines hanging out. Command Center's going to move down there. Ooh. All right, Stim's on the way. Already building 3 Marines at a time. It looks like a 2-base push, but it doesn't have to be one. Is he actually going to commit? Oh, he's looking for the friendly fire on the tank. Oh, the Adept does go in, but the Marines pre-split. SCVs need to pull. You need to pull the SCVs. Actually, no, you don't. Good judgment by Spirit. Good calm handling. Gets an Adept and a Zealot kill. He's only lost 4 Marines this game. Builds a bunker just in case there is more aggression. Charge first. Clem's looking for a crazy potential charge timing here. Charge, Robo, third Nexus. He's delayed blink because he sees the 3 barracks. Oh, wow. I don't think this is the right call for Clem. I think actually Blink is still better here first. I think what's more important if you see a 3-Rex like this is you can do something like rush Colossus on 2 base. If you want, he could have gone 4 gas Robo Bay, but I think that's really big because there's going to be so many Marines. You need to either go Storm or go Colossus. He's gone Robo first, so I imagine he's going to go for Colossus here. But I don't know if that'll be in time. He might try to just do this with Zealot, Stalker, Sentry. We'll see what he can pull off. Oh, gets a Marine there. SCV should probably repair the depot. He's going to build some more depots in these positions, just so if you blink in, it's a bit harder to get out. Third Nexus is on the way. Blink starts after charge. It is going to be a total of 5 gateways, guys. So 5 gate charge. If the Marines move forward, he might be able to charge on them, or just charge on them now pre-upgrades. Oh, Spirit sees it. Run, run, run. Get it. Yeah, get in the bunker and hide behind that depot in that bunker. SCV comes back, does get taken down. And having been spotted, Clem has to tech up. He's making Sentry, he's making Forge. This is a mass Marine push that could come in here, guys. Stim's done, Shields is done, +1's on the way. 8 Marine drops going to try and sneak around the bottom side of the map. It'll try to drop in the natural, perhaps, as he moves out. Observer finally arriving on the front as well. People are discussing the Mothership Core in my Twitch chat right now, saying it was better. The Mothership Core was, yeah, insanely good. It was pretty frustrating to play against, but it was amazing to use. Can you get the medevac at least? You got to finish that medevac. If you're going to lose 4 Stalkers, Clem. Oh, he doesn't even get the medevac. Loses 4 Stalkers. Spirit just got some value, ladies and gentlemen. Tries to drop this medevac in. Good hot pickup there. And that's a really nice play for Spirit. The delayed blink costing Clem. I think Spirit might be able to take him out. We've got Marines, Marauders, Medevacs, 3rd Command Center, +1 weapons. He's probably not going to go for the kill. He's just going to push out, deny the gateway. Few Zealots ready to counterattack on the south side, as he does find that gateway, and he's going to take it down. The ability to just defend your main by pylon overcharging was definitely a different age. Protoss, I would say, was a lot easier back in 2016. Early Legacy Protoss was quite enjoyable. Once we were struggling to defend the expansions and stuff sometimes, but once you could just drop that pylon overcharge down and obliterate full drops, it was kind of amazing. Zealots coming forward right now, trying to go after these SCVs. Marines there, and Widow Mines, big Widow Mine, boom, boom. On the top side, force field split here for Clem. Not good enough, though, to really take out that army. Clem, he's on 10 worker advantage. His Zealots, though, doing great damage. Look at that. Those SCVs are in trouble. Spirit's trying to macro out behind this, but I think Clem's actually taking care of him really well. Widow Mine does some decent friendly fire. Tanks and mines both getting taken out. Nope, takes out a Marine and blinks away. Zealots just killed 14 workers. Spirit's in trouble, man. Clem is a beast with Protoss. He's going to take a 4th base behind this. Happy to do it with just Stalkers, Zealot, Sentry. I'd love to see him energy recharge one of these Sentries since it is available. It's off cooldown. Always good to use that ability because even just one more wave of force fields or a Guardian Shield could be game changing. Remember, Guardian Shield wrecks Marines, even with +1. 7 damage per shot for the Marine. Zealot has 1 armor, plus Guardian Shield is 2 more armor, which means the Marine's doing 4 damage a shot. It takes 25 Marine shots to kill a Zealot's hit points. And of course, it's got its shields before that as well. It is just so good with Guardian Shield. Really love to see those sentries get used a lot more. 4th Nexus gets cancelled. That's kind of cool to see. Robo Bay's on the way. Zealots trying to run in. Prism in the main base is going to unload Zealots there as well. I think he's realizing, I've done so much damage. I think I'm good. He does see the finished 3rd base. Picks off a medevac. Oh, that's cute. Blinks to dodge the Widow Mines. Takes out 2 Widow Mines and a medevac. 6 more SCVs go down, but the Vikings do pop and the Prism goes down. Meanwhile, on the front, beautiful force fields. About 6 or 7 Marines and a Marauder get taken down. The medevac's taking big damage. One of them goes down. It was not the one with units inside, though. Spirit gets out of the scariest position he's been so far in this series. With that army, unfortunately, he's down 23 workers. So the fact that you're running away is already amazing for Clem. He takes a 4th on the right side. Colossus is on the way. And the things he does with Zealot, Stalker, Sentry, reminiscent of Max Packs. It's so funny because, like I said, I would be like, I gotta go Colossus or Storm. Max Packs and Clem just do it with Gateway units and Micro and a little bit of Sentry magic thrown in the mix. Dives in, gets 6 SCVs, gets a Mule. Stalker's gonna blink away here. The Bio's stimming itself, but remember, he's got 7 medevacs actually. Gonna be hard to run those dry on energy. That is a lot of medevacs. There's definitely still ways to lose this game. Bio's very damaged right now, though. It needs some time to heal. Clem should be careful. He's trying to, like, overstim Spirit and make him die, but without a Warp Prism on the front, that's what's scary. The Colossus still at home as well. Another Force Field goes down. Zealot Stalker trying to fight. Gets the Viking. Does pull away, but as I said, no Warp Prism on the front, and you really don't want to lose this army, man. Oh, this is a big overcommitment for Clem, guys. He's up 30 workers, trying to push here, and especially with the Colossus on the front, a little unnecessary. It's a +1 Colossus against 1/1 Buyer, and Clem is just, this is Clem's biggest strength is his ability to micro, but his biggest weakness is his over-aggression. I love that Zealot counterattack, though. The fact that he's chasing a much scarier army here is just so Clem, isn't it? That's Clem in a nutshell. Blinks, dodges the Widow Mine, clearing every worker in the natural, and Spirit is on 3 bases with only 15 workers. Clem, though, has almost nothing. He's got a Colossus coming out. He's chronoing another one. Can he ever beat this army? He needs to refill the energy and split it with force fields. If he can do that really well, that would be amazing. He's already baited a stim out. Where's the sentry? Energy recharge. Energy recharge into force fields, and Guardian Shield could be game-changing. He's not using it, though. He's very busy, very frantic right now, is Clem. He's trying to fight front on. Colossus not really doing any damage. He needs that energy recharge. He's forgotten about it. Colossus is going to go down. No force fields there. Battery a bit too late. Spirit is about to resurrect himself. On 15 workers, we are going to see Clem. Same problems he got into against Gumiho. Getting in trouble in these games. It gets messy, and he just gets too aggressive. He blinks forward a lot. And he just threw his immortal sentry away. He needed to pull back. You know, Clem is so used to having that Terran privilege, the ability to attack and just pick up and boost away at any moment. He doesn't have that with Protoss. He's going to have to pull back sometimes, man. Does take out a lid. Medevac's taking damage. If he can survive, I mean, he's still so far ahead in income. It's just that army supply is so scary. Colossus goes down. No, it survives. The Marauders fall. Dude, that was a lot of losses. I think he might have held. 3 libs, though. 3 libs are a very serious problem. 4th Nexus is building. Up 50 workers is Clem. I would definitely consider pulling some of these to fight. Yeah, he's going to do it, and that's worth it, especially the 2nd Colossus. As long as you have some meat in front, you don't need a lot, just a little bit of meat, and you will be able to survive. Clem almost losing this game after losing that Immortal Sentry army in the south. But he hangs on, he survives, starts another Colossus, and that's huge. 68, 70 workers, rebuilding probes even in the midst of everything. And of course, Spirits as all in as they come. Clem, more sentries. Dude, stop warping in sentries if you're not going to use energy recharge. The man didn't use energy recharge for the last 4 minutes. He warps in 4 more sentries. Clem! To be fair, his fundamentals are so good, doesn't even matter. Gets the 2-1, takes out Spirit, and goes to the grand finals. All right, guys. Well, it turns out the bracket wasn't updated because it was going to be a different format depending on the number of signups. And because there wasn't a crazy number of signups, it was like 40, 50 check-ins rather than the 60 plus. This is actually a best of 5 semifinal, something I didn't realize. So, yeah, a lot of casters thought that. We just found out. Hoops like, guys, you know we have another map. And apparently Clem and Spirit did realize it had changed to a best of 5, but we did not. And that means Clem's not out of the woods yet. He's going to have to win another game, while Spirit is going to have to win 2. Now, Spirit's going to go for a 2nd proxy barracks. I'm not sure if I really get behind this strategy versus Protoss if you go Reapers, but if you go proxy Marauder, it can be nice. The way you do this is you skip orbital so that you can build a command center on the natural, and when the probe sees the command center, they go, oh, all your minerals are accounted for, that's totally normal. But it's not that, it's an eBay block again, never mind. I thought he was doing a proxy barracks, but I am a simple boy who does not understand StarCraft, apparently. Now, this gas feels very late for that barracks timing, right? Let's put 3 workers on gas now. I think he's planning to go Marine first anyway, to go for that quick factory. But normally you're meant to have 50 gas when the barracks finishes. You can see Spirit's only on about 28, 30. So, interesting. Is that part of the build or not? Engineering bay, 3/4 of the way done. Probe comes down. He wants to go to the left side. Spirit does leave him enough space to get that started. Yes, he does. Spirit would have hoped to block that. And Clem's just going to take a different base, builds a pylon at it, continues his probe production, and no doubt takes a 2nd gas momentarily. There we go. 2nd gas goes down. And we'll see. What is the follow-up pressure? Oh, command center into reactor. Cancels the eBay. Command center, reactor. After that first Marine. And the 2nd depot goes down to seal the wall off. Good pullback by Clem. Pulls back past the little the tumescent kind of cresting blood tumor over here. On the other side, there's like a planet. cresting through from the looks of it. Crowning, as someone called it. This is where Clem is learning Protoss in real pro matches. Indeed. I mean, he already played it. Remember, against Gumio, had some banger, very close PVTs at Home Story Cup. I do think it's kind of fascinating because he does play so much like MaxPax. Like, we're never going to see a Stargate opening from him. It's Twilight every game. Very predictable, but just so well executed. There's no simple way to beat him. I've looked at his style, and I haven't looked at it and gone, oh, he's just bad at X. Like, there's enough variation in terms of 4-gate blink sometimes, his micro, his multitasking, his on point. Like, he's just very well rounded. There's only 3 Marines here, 2 more coming down. He's going to need those. 5 Marines will do fine against 2 Adepts. But good micro by Clem. Gets a Marine, gets 2 Marines, and gets both Adepts out. Lovely play. Delicious micro for Clem. Really well done. Hellions are on the way right now, as well as a starport. Barracks is going to pull back and build a tech lab there. Not sure where the barracks was going. Adept shades in. Looks like it was a bit of an accident. I'm not sure if that's on purpose or not. He's going to go for the mule. Fresh mule. Pull the mule away. Oh, nice body block for Spirit. Saves the mule. Losing a fresh mule is huge. But he gets both Adepts there for, like, what was that? 1 Marine? That's great. 2 Marines for 2 Adepts overall. Fantastic trade for Spirit. Spirit is going to go up into 3-gate blink robo right now. 3rd gas is probably going to go down next. He's got a battery at that base. Hellions coming in. He's got a Stalker ready to block the left side. A few probes are going to have to get pulled off the line. And when he gets rid of the red hit point Hellion, it does reduce the damage output quite drastically. Hellion's going to get 1 more. 3 probes. I think that's nothing too scary. He's going to lose a 4th one over there, though. So nice job by Spirit. Just grabs a freebie. There is a battery on that base, so I don't think he gets much more. Bit disorganized here from Spirit. Those Hellions not clumped up. Now he does gather them as he goes Cloaked Banshee behind it. And into a 2nd and 3rd barracks. Now, Cloaked Banshee is so popular in this matchup lately. It's kind of interesting. I think, especially against guys who just completely skip on hallucinations. Yeah, it can do amazingly well, right? It's kind of almost an anti-MaxPax thing, because MaxPax isn't going to have an Oracle or an Observer in your base early. He's going to wait for the Warp Prism and just go pressure you with Stalkers. And by that time, your first Banshee should already be on its way across the map, sliding into that main base where there's no shield battery and getting big damage potentially. Didn't we see MaxPax get beaten earlier? We saw him get beaten, and then unfortunately Mana got a bit excited and tried to walk up a ramp into force fields, and then tried to pick up with his prism to save the units, and then lost the full warp prism. And MaxPax resurrected himself. Mana could have finished that game if he just expanded and kept the contain, but he got a bit excited. And a very impressive play for Mana either way. Banshee comes in, guys. Banshee's going to go into the main base. Hellion's going to come in here to distract as well. Stalker's looking to blink into the main. There's literally nothing to defend right now. He has no units out. If he blinks in that base, honestly, I think Spirit might be screwed. But right now, he's not blinking in because he's distracted. He's going to kill Stim, though. Banshee in the main there. Does already get 5 probes. The Hellions, the battery's going to run out of energy. I mean, he can energy recharge to fill up the battery. But, dude, this is crazy damage right now. Stalker Observer finally gets on top. These Hellions are going to kill the whole mineral line. He's busy attacking right now. Clem has not noticed the Hellions. Oh, my God. He's losing game 4 to 2 Hellions. Oh, my God. The tank and the bunkers savaged him. He brings the Observer. He can finally kill the Banshee. He's doing fancy micro. He kills the Banshee, but he's already lost 16 probes. He does now fill up the battery, goes back to mining, but holy moly, 20 probes, 4 Stalkers down. Yes, you'd cancelled Stim, but Spirit's rebuilding it. He's got a 3rd barracks, 4th barracks, 5th barracks. He's building towards a 2-base all-in, and you as Clem now, you have to ask yourself, if I come back from this game, what is my title? And I think it's Grand Protoss, Grand Nagus, Protoss, Legendary, God Tier, Freak Man, Hero Wizard is what I'm going to call him, okay? You know, I just, you should not be winning from here as Clem. And yet the supply's close enough that I'm like, maybe there's a chance. Stim's so delayed. The bio moving out is so delayed. I just think you need to do it with splash damage. I don't think you're going to do it from this position with Sentry Stalker, but who knows? With a Prism, if he keeps the Prism alive and starts Zealot dropping as soon as Spirit moves out, Zealot counterattacking him, playing kind of nasty, then that could do it. Stalker's picking up. Protoss and Ferengi are basically the same people, guys. That's how it works. All they care about is money. So Protoss are always complaining about imbalance. Well, like, don't you play for love of the game? Why do you care that, like, your players aren't winning as much money? Someone out there is probably making that argument. Guys, he's already pushing. Oh, get a tank, get a tank. Oh, he's so good at tank sniping as CLEM. We saw him snipe a few of Gummio's tanks in exactly the same way in that Home Story Cup finals. There's another tank that's kind of exposed, but he's up to 56 probes. He needs more pylons. He's building them now. 8-gate Zealot trying to warp in with the sentries. If he can grab these tanks, which are very exposed on that right side. Oh my gosh, Spirit. What are we doing? He flies his medevacs to the right while his army moves left. Clicking on the map and not paying attention. He loses 3 tanks and a medevac and now has to run away. Spirit, he was in potentially a game-winning position right there with a macro transition behind it. Now he has to run home and play a longer game. CLEM will take a 4th base behind this. You know he will. Oh, that was a huge mistake for Spirit. Very costly. 3rd command center coming up in the main. 4th Nexus goes down, +2 weapons. Robo Bay. And he does need a 4th gas. That's one thing he's missing right now. CLEM needs that 4th gas. I notice Max Bax almost always takes the 4th gas with the Robo Bay. CLEM always takes it like 10 to 30 seconds after. Because he's so focused on the attack, that might just be why he's distracted right now. Stalker's gonna be blinking away. Prism going into the main base. Oh god, get out of there. Barely keeps the Prism alive. Good defense by Spirit. Still no 4th gas for CLEM. That's gonna cost him. Oh no, what are we doing out here, CLEM? CLEM loses his high energy sentry with Guardian Shield and Force Fields on it. Spirit runs into a choke point like an absolute Chad Gamar. Does pick up and saves there. Zealots come in from the left side from the Prism. They're going to find a fresh mule, a few SCVs. Does need to rebuild those sentries, does CLEM, and he needs to Chrono Colossus. His first Colossus starting. He's not out of the woods yet. Spirit's still got a much scarier army. Stalkers take down a Marauder. They're going to pull back. Breaking that rock tower, cooling tower may be the way to buy himself some time. But Spirit's not even pushing into the 4th. He's going to the left towards the 3rd base. And CLEM's kind of lost track of where that army is. He might be realizing now, oh god, he's out here. He's going to blink on those medevacs because it's CLEM. He always blinks with his dick. And he's going to do it now. No, he's not. He's actually going to move north. Oh, Widowmine gets a good hit on the Zealots. These Zealots trying to charge. This is way too sloppy of a fight for CLEM. Spirit making some magic happen. And it looks like despite throwing those tanks away, a bit of an oopsie in the midst of an otherwise very good game, he's going to be able to do really well. The Banshees did so nicely, because remember what I said, CLEM, when he just never makes energy recharge for hallucination. Just like he's truly copied Max Pack's style in that he doesn't use energy recharge nearly as much as he could. And I think it's amazing that he's so good at Protoss while not using their main ability right now. It's crazy to me. I mean, look at this defensive micro. It's so good. He's trying to drop Marines and Marauders on top of this 1 hit point Colossus. Medevacs are going down. Dude, that 1 hit point Colossus, the Marauders are getting chopped in half by the Zealots. Dude, how is CLEM still alive? If CLEM wins this game from here with his 1 hit point Colossus on 12 kills, Spirit will actually, like, retire. He will rage quit StarCraft. Like, I kid you not. He will have a meltdown of gargantuan proportions. If he loses this game against CLEM from here, CLEM somehow still has 4 bases mighty. Of course, he's only on 52 probes. He's still in a very bad spot. But that 1 hit point Colossus was a Chad. Does he have a moral objection to Guardian Shield as a Terran main? He just doesn't. When the game gets hectic, you can tell CLEM's like muscle memory from pre-patch Protoss, which he clearly played a lot of pre-patch Protoss. You can tell that muscle memory's kicked in because he just isn't using energy recharge once the game gets scrappy. And he's also not using it for hallucinate earlier on, whereas a hallucination would have, of course, spotted the Banshee and allowed him to be correct. He's just a Terran main. He believes it's unfair. He doesn't want to abuse an unfair mechanic. All right, Twitch chat. I'm with you guys. I agree. 2 Colossus are out. 3rd one building. He's got this Max Pax-esque ability to make it look like he still has a chance in a game where he's completely dead. I mean, the medevacs, so many medevacs died this game. 4 have died. He's got 6 now, but he's got 2 on the left, 2 on the right. They're completely dry on juice. He's going to find a 5th Nexus building, and CLEM does not see this drop. This drop, for any holes a goal for a bio drop. Every Protoss player knows that. 4th base in trouble. A couple of Zealots go in. You don't want to charge all the Zealots in or they'll take Omegas. Oh, the Widowmine splash. Devastating. Dives the left at the same time. Dude, Spirit is all over this. Really well played. Getting on top of him. Stalkers will chase down the Vikings. We've known from how he played against Gumiho and Whispers of Gold that CLEM will not defend if you split him like this. He will just try to hunt down one side of your army. He realized that like reacting to the Terran is actually often a losing trade, and he prefers to just hunt down one half of the Terran while giving up whatever infrastructure the drop snipes. And he'll only pull back when he chases you all the way to your side of the map, which, you know, sometimes it can work, but in that case does end up coming out the worst for wear. He's down 3,000 resource and the unit's lost. A few zealots go down to find the 4th base building on location. Perfect timing on that. Getting a cancel on that 4th will slow down Spirit. Double drop catches a zealot on the left. Command center gets insta-cancelled. Spirit will rebuild it at his 3rd. Clem's going to play Zerg in the last game. People keep dreaming of that. I'd love to see it. I don't think he's going to do it, though. ZVT is an incredibly mechanical matchup. And as fast and as good as he does play PvT, there is like a different pace. TVZ pace is much faster than TvP. Bio Ghost coming forward. Vikings, EMPs. Pretty good micro for Spirit. I think Spirit can finish him. He's just got too much, man. The Colossus. He just attacked his own army with Colossus, did Clem there. Clem and Max, two of the most frantic players in StarCraft 2, and also 2 of the players who accidentally attack their own units a lot. Spirit keeps himself alive and forces a Game 5. Alright. Game 5 to decide it all, and unfortunately not claiming the title of Superhero Protoss Wizard Grand Nagus Lord of Protoss. We have Clem in the top right side of the map, who of course does not blink, does not swap out of Protoss. No surprises, because it's Clem, man. He sticks with Protoss recently. He's really enjoying this matchup, especially in PvT. I mean, apparently took a few PvZs off Cyril on the ladder, and I think that buoys your confidence, doesn't it? It really lifts it up. Found out, and you're like, boys, what do you mean? Americans, you guys say buoy, don't you? That's a thing, right? You know, like the floaty thing on the water, the thing that, you know, floats up. So you guys say buoy or something, right? You guys kind of pronounce it like it's spelt, which is a fun one. It's interesting. Anyways, in the top right side, which is the opposite of what you guys do with niche. You know how like half of Americans say niche, and I'm like, where'd you get that T from, buddy? Like niche. No, like, obviously they're trying to say. Like, I guess it's like if you're doing like a hard CH or whatever. But and I'm like, it's not niche. Yeah, it's just boy. It's just pronounced boy. That's in the British / Australian / non-American English. Yeah. You guys say buoy. Yeah, you guys say buoy. Yeah, that's fun. That is fun. Because as a kid, I thought it was buoy when I saw it spelt. And then I was like, oh, it's just boy? I was like, all right. Yeah. Yeah, no. A niche is what you ride to get to Balmora from Cydanine. Okay, guys? Niche is something that is small. You know, it's like, you know, not popular and stuff, right? Not mainstream. Niche. Yeah. You guys are getting your Morrowind transportation forms confused with words that mean non-mainstream. Depth's going to get chrono boosted there as well, guys. We're going to have a zealot as well. Yeah, it's boy like buoyancy. That's why it's called a boy. And you don't say buoyancy. That's why, yeah, so that's the argument why Americans are wrong. Because remember, guys, there's right and wrong ways to use language. That's how it works. Definitely not like there's thousands of different dialects of the same language. All right, Reaper intercepting the Zealot's really nice start here for Spirit. The Zealot's going to have to fall back to the grass, and the Adept's going to come in to save the day. Nice. Good micro for Spirit as he goes for the factory behind this. Second gas reactor's on the way as well. 2 Marines come forward for the intercept. Playing very aggressive is Spirit so far in terms of like refusing to just sit at his bunker and chill. He's like, no, I'm going to run at you. Reaper will now go around. I mean, Clem knows that guy's going around, but I think he's happy to just let the Stalker defend at home. Twilight Council into second gateway back there. And now, time for these Adepts to shade in. And those SCVs, are they going to run? Nope. Helion's ready. I'm surprised he doesn't shade past and start killing SCVs, though. That does surprise me a little. Stalker at home should be on a separate control group. Quick response here. And he's going to get himself a probe and get out. Great play by Spirit. Got a bit fancy for a second. He started thinking about doing the old back and forth. But yeah, these Adepts have missed their window. So Clem committed quite a bit to this opening pressure. Could have killed an SCV or at least denied some mining time. Doesn't get any of that, and that costs him. Stalker's going to damage the Reaper, but Gonna need to warp in another one. And look at that, Reaper's gonna get the probe, you're kidding me. Clem finding out how fun it is playing against Terran players. Does at least punish the Reaper finally. That early Reaper harass, like that's probably one of the most universal, like, tilting sort of annoying harassments in early game SC2 is like Reapers bouncing around and running back in and barely getting probes. Like I think that's something like even TvT, every Terran's played at TvT, there's always some Reaper that sneaks into your bloody main base and kills 3 SCVs and you're like, just get out! Stop microing your Reaper. Like, it is just, is it the #1 tryhard, universal tryhard unit in StarCraft 2? Is there a unit that is more tryhard than the Reaper? You guys let me know in the chat, in the comments. I really don't think there is. Adept manages to take out a Marine. She's trying to hide. She's trying to shade to safety. Does she get out? No, she goes down. She gets cornered. Ooh, Widowmine comes in. Doesn't quite manage to get anything, though. Spirit loses a Widowmine for a bit of mining time, and he pulls back to the dead space. Chat says the Stalker. There's no way. Stalker's not a tryhard unit. Like, not as tryhard. Don't get me wrong. You can micro it a lot and stuff with Blink, but it's just not the same. You look at, like, because it shoots so slowly. I feel like, I don't know, for me, like, the Reaper is just like this special level of like being annoying. I don't know. I don't even know why. I'm trying to think what other units are like as annoying with the way it like shoots and moves so fast and like jumps up and down cliffs. Probably the probe mineral harass is definitely very annoying. I mean, Mutalisks, yeah, Mutalisks circling bases can be pretty annoying. Even then, it just feels like there's not the same level of control with the Mutalisks. Like, I don't think there's a unit where, like, if the player puts as much frantic micro into their stutter step, focus fire, and movement, can match a Reaper. I just don't think, like, people are suggesting things that can be annoying and how they move around the map, but, like, you never look at a guy and he's, like, fucking frantically focus firing his mutas and stuff. Excuse my French, sorry, guys. And doing all that sort of stuff. Anyway, Stalkers do take down the auto turret. Doesn't manage to get any probes. That was pretty good defense so far. But Clem loses his observer. Does feel like Clem's ahead off this opening. I don't even know why. Like, if we look at the opening and stuff, like, I feel like losing 2 adepts didn't really do any worker damage. I mean, I guess Stim Shields +1 and Medivacs are almost out. I just got to queue up extra Medivacs. There we go. Spirit realizes. If Spirit moves out with 2 Medivacs, there's no time to get to Robo Bay, right? You're under pressure immediately. Oh, the battery's not quite ready. But there we go. Battery kicks in, and it can heal right through that damage from the auto turret. Nicely done. Stalkers on the front. Looks like they picked off maybe a Marine. And here we go. Widowmine in behind the natural. Beautiful reaction. Quick change of the targets there for Spirit, though. Oh, does finally fire it and gets it out of there. Really well done. Stalkers picking off a few Marines before blinking away. Nice play. Third command center goes down in the main base. So Spirit's going to start doing some forward pressure. He's not all in here in game 5. But I think Clem might be a bit traumatized from earlier. Dude, does he just not use energy recharge? He warps in 2 sentries, doesn't energy recharge him. I guess he doesn't have any Nexus energy right now. But I really feel if there's one big missing thing in this series, guys, it's been aggressive use of energy recharge, you know? It really is. I know he says he likes playing like max packs, but damn, dude. I didn't think you'd copy the part where you don't use the abilities that make your race good. Force field's pretty good to start things off. If he refills, he has another bunch of force fields available. Oh, Immortal's gonna get focus fired almost. Oh, single Marauder splits off to trade for the Immortal. Great choice there. Battery overcharge is, energy overcharge is available. The Medivac still left over there. Widowmine went down. Ravens are defended by 2 Stalkers in the back. Clem survives, and he's gonna have to start thinking about a 4th base as he chases Spirit down. Spirit wisely stimming to run home. Those Stalkers are hot on his trail. Guys, he didn't fill up the sentries at all. Crazy. This is crazy to me, man. He's playing pre-patch PvT, and he's friggin' beating some of the best players in the world with it. Stalkers blinking back. Zealot, Stalker, Sentry, Immortal on the front. It's good to bait stims, but you don't want to get caught. Remember, Clem got caught with this sort of army on the other side of the map and almost lost. Was it game 1? I think it was game 1. Another Widowmine drop comes in. But good defense, man. Really good defense so far by Clem. Zealot's going to trade itself there. He's happy to lose that Zealot as long as he can shut this down, which he will. Force field's ready. Then we just uses the force field to the disengage. I think he's going to have to turn and fight that. Spirit chasing like a crazy person. Does try to focus the Immortal. Stalkers will take out a Medevac. Another Immortal comes in as well. That Widow Mine never got cleaned up there. Dude, he leaves the Widow Mine. He never dealt with this Widow Mine. Too much multitasking. Okay, he blinks on it, deals with it. Immortal gets focused down. Spirit getting rid of that Immortal so nicely. Zealots get F2'd. Oh, I think he just F2'd. He just F2'd. And that the Raven's not done. Oh, the Raven's getting more damage. Stalker's blinking forward. Clem's had enough. Clem is mad. He wants to overwhelm Spirit, and he has more army supply right now. He has +1 against 1/1. Stalkers take out a Medevac. Really good play there. He's actually getting so much damage. Spirit not keeping up Marauder production. He's trying to build a few Ghosts, but they take a while to build. He just doesn't have that much army. Spirit has to pull SCVs. Great play here by Clem, and I love that he just disengages. You do not want to lose all these units. Oh, spready. Okay, does spread decently with the Zealots. Doesn't take too much splash damage. Force field in these choke points could be deadly. And you could actually get rid of this command center if you want. Focuses a Marauder. He's thinking about using these offensive force fields. I think he's realizing it's a bit dangerous, though, as Zealots sneak into the natural. Dude, Clem, a multitasking fiend. He just attacks all game long. And I think as a Terran player, he's felt the pain of dealing with a Protoss that's just in your face and never lets you heal up, forces you to be stimmed and kind of slowly killing yourself over time. And you can really see he wants Terran to die from drug addiction. F2 happens, the Raven starts to come home. He wants this to be a crippling drug addiction. He is right now flooding the Terran capital with fentanyl. It's fentanyl. He's pumping in all these crappy drugs. He's saying, come on, get addicted. We're going to ruin your society with fentanyl. Let's go. And, man, it's crazy. Right now, we've got two Colossus out here that every time Spirit wants to stim to fight, but then he doesn't want to stim because he doesn't have the healthcare to deal with the side effects of it. 3 Medevacs are there. 2 more are building. And Clem, look at the way he just attacks constantly from all sides. What an insanely high-level play. Only him and MaxPax are capable of this. Raynor can't do this, guys. I wonder if Raynor's going to learn this style as well. I think Clem, after playing 4,000 series against MaxPax over the last year, has such an appreciation and a deep understanding for how to play this aggressive MaxPax style PvT. And he does it so well. I don't know if he used energy recharge a single time in that entire game. In the series, he must have used it once or twice, but still, barely using energy recharge, no battery overcharge, just sick multitasking, sick micro, and incredibly solid play. Clem wins 3-2 against Spirit in the semis and goes to the grand finals. GG, well played.